Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of Rants with Robbie. Pew, 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 pew. I currently have my second glass of coffee for this afternoon. It's currently, what time is it? 4:23 p.m. in the Midwest of the United States of America. This is, what is it? Well, glass, I should say. Mug number 2, and then my third consumption of coffee today. This morning I went to Starbucks, probably around like 9 a.m. and got my normal Nitro Grande cold brew. Didn't add any of the sweets and stuff to it. The thing with the Nitro Grande cold brew is to me it's like wine. Hear me out. So let's say you have a nice glass of red wine. You drink your glass of red wine, but you're not chugging your glass of red wine. You're taking little sips at a time and then letting it spread amongst your palate. Similar to wine, that's how you drink a Nitro Grande cold brew. You take your Nitro Grande cold brew, and instead of chugging it, you take a little sip at a time, let it expand. They both have a bitterness taste to it. Red wine has like a little bitterness to it. Nitro Grande cold brew has a little bitterness to it. The Nitro Grande cold brew, if I'm not mistaken, when I looked it up, has roughly around like 300 milligrams of caffeine to it, which is a lot compared to just like your normal standard brewed cup of coffee, which I think has maybe like 150. Let's just say that, give or take 40. 150 milligrams of caffeine to it. So your Nitro Grande cold brew is a lot more stimulating than just your standard brewed cold brew. And so I had that around maybe 9 a.m. The time frame I'm sitting at a Starbucks or a coffee shop, usually it's a Starbucks because I just enjoy the atmosphere, is about 1 to 3 hours. What I've been doing recently at Starbucks is I go in with only, 3 items. First item, my cell phone, just in case I need it, my Kindle, and my notebook. I love that morning me time reading and just like thinking and studying and educating myself on whatever I'm reading at the time. I did go back to my Kindle. I was for a moment there reading on my iPad. I had the iPad. I'm looking to sell it. I have the iPad Pro, the 2020 4th generation iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and I had the Kindle app on that iPad. Ooh, bit my tongue. I had the Kindle app on the iPad. The thing is, what I found when doing that is there was a lot more distractions that could take hold of me because there wasn't just the iPad, or there wasn't just the Kindle app that was on the iPad. There was the messaging app, the Signal app, the email app, the Safari app, the Enter app here. So there's all these different apps on my iPad when I really wanted to just focus on reading and writing in my notebook. What I would find is I'd be on my iPad and then I'd be reading, and then I'd have this like thought pop into my head, and then I'd get out of the app and then go to Safari and look something up and eventually go down this complete rabbit hole. What I like to do, at least, is I read and then say there's a quote that I read. I write down the quote and then I expand on that idea and contemplate the idea and go down the rabbit hole that way with my pen in hand in my notebook. Basically just try to create the environment to reduce the amount of distractions that I have. And I found that when I was reading the Kindle via the iPad, there was too many different temptations that got me away from the main purpose of what I was there for. So what I just started to do is go back to my Kindle and then bring my notebook as well and just go that route. And that's what I've been doing for the past couple times, going to Starbucks, and will probably continue to do moving forward. I read one of the books that I'm currently reading and rereading and all of that. One of the things is how and what I read is more so multiple books at a time. My interest is in, say, said topic. I'll read on that topic or read in that book, kind of bounce around in the book, and then also have another book open at the same time that could be something similar or maybe something completely different. But I usually have multiple books open at the same time. That's probably why sometimes it's a little difficult to finish a fiction book, because I get maybe to page 100 and I'm just like, it's not sticking, I'm interested in something else. I don't know if that's normal or if that's just something that I need to work on. That's not even I don't even know if it's a problem. One of the things that I am trying to work on though, which could be correlated to the interests bouncing all over the place, is recording of YouTube videos. I was like, I want to record videos, but I don't know what to talk about. And usually when I go to sit down and just start talking or try to come up with an idea, the idea just seems like just like blah. Nothing. The dam in my noggin just shuts off and the water stops flowing. But usually when I'm out and about walking around or just start talking, usually things start popping up in my head on what to talk about. So that's kind of how this started. This is not the first take of this video, so I thought Robbie's Rants was a good way to title this video. But yeah, Nitro Cold Brew, delicious. I actually am almost done with this one. I kind of want to make sure I stop consuming my coffee and caffeine before 5 p.m. So cheers, 4:31. Cheers to the YouTube world. Done. Caffeinated. I wonder what the metaverse is going to look like. I have a feeling we're going into a Ready Player One world, but I feel like that could be another Robbie's rant. Today, I guess we'll just leave it at coffee and go get yourself a delicious Nitro Cold Brew. Remember, sip it slow, let it fill your palate, grab yourself a nice Kindle e-reader, read a book, bring yourself a notes and planner. This is just a notebook. Notebook, standard notebook. Get yourself one of these. Get yourself a amazing, I'm a big fan of nice pens, very fine point pens. Get yourself a Pilot G2 .07 pen. Wait. That's for all my ASMR people out there. So, and then just write. If you got ideas, write it down. I found it's definitely too one of those, like, you have an idea, you write it down, and new ideas pop into place. Sometimes, like, I have an idea and I'm just sitting there. I tell myself, actually, I am going to remember this idea another time. Instead of stressing about, I need to remember this idea, this is a good idea, blah, 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 blah. I just tell myself, I will remember this idea at another time. And then usually it happens. You can put the inputs into your mind. Okay, now I'm just going on. Hope you enjoyed this Robbie's Rant. Like it, hit that thumbs up button. Share this to all your friends so that they have something as background noise when they're cleaning their kitchen or cooking their dinner. Robbie's Rants, number 1, episode 1. Subscribe so you can see more of them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Love ya. Bye.